What's up everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Bayonetta. I am Scribe, and in the last episode we fought and beat the cardinal virtue of justice. In this episode we are going to be boarding an aircraft carrier to the Isla del Sol. And we will get into some pretty heavy action as soon as this cutscene ends.
Excuse me, sir. May I have my glasses back?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Here you go. Cereza, how did you get such magical glasses?
The glasses aren't magic, silly. I can see the monsters without them.
Monsters? Not quite. So, has Bayonetta, I mean your mom, been fighting these big bad monsters for a long time?
Mummy is a witch, and witches protect people and are very strong. When I grow up, I'll be strong too, and I'll protect my mummy.
Wait, you think witches do what? No, forget it. No point in arguing with a little kid. I'll manage on my own.
I'm sure you will.
Mummy!
Shit.
You never cease to amuse me, Cheshire. I suppose that's your next target? This is yours, little one. You didn't cry while I was gone, did you?
Nope.
Good.
Bayonetta, no matter how I ask, no matter how many times, you always say the same thing.
Come now, Kitty. You know it was
A
all just...
misunderstanding. You're so stubborn, you know that? My father, he was a journalist too. In fact, he was twice the man I could ever hope to be. He was obsessed with one case his entire career. A case so bizarre it took over his life. They could have made a movie of the details. The followers of darkness, the Umbra Witches, and their light world counterparts, the Lumen Sages, controlling everything with a power known as the Eyes of the World. Then, the Light and Dark clans suddenly disappeared from their medieval home in Europe. You may be familiar with the town. You're standing in it. Welcome to Vigrid, 500 years later.
500 years.
Each clan, working at the behest of the powers that be, sought to lead their fractured world towards peace. They both possessed an eye said to have the power to create history that they used to oversee the world. However, their spirit of cooperation did not last. For amongst them, a pair of young star-crossed lovers conceived a child that sent the clans on a path to ruin. The woman was thrown in jail, and the man exiled from his clan. However, the child remained with the Umbra, raised as a black sheep even amongst the darkness. Since the balance between light and dark had been lost, both clans spiraled into decay. Legend had it that the two eyes could be united to control reality itself. And this legend fueled ambition and desire, leading to a myriad of battles between the clans. In fact, it led to their mutual destruction. My father was mocked for buying such a fairy tale. However, I believed his story, and I believe it more than ever now that I've found you. The memory of the clan lingers on, despite the passing of 500 years. What on earth was my father searching for? And why did he have to die for it? I have to discover the truth with my own eyes. That's why I haven't given up my chase for it. Or you. The head of the Ithoval Group, the multinational that dominates Vigrid, recently tried to sell an enormous gemstone on the black market. If he isn't selling out in the open, it means we're going to have to acquire it by other means. And that starts by sneaking onto that jet.
Mummy, are you looking for something?
I am.
How did you lose it?
Little one, do you have anything you really like? Something really important to you?
Yes, this. I love it.
Where did you get this?
You gave it to me, Mummy, for my birthday.
When you love something, never lose it. Understand, little one? You must keep it safe, close to your heart. Little one!
Teresa! Damn.
Okay, that felt like one of the longer cutscenes. So, anyway. So, funny story. I've been doing this. I've done this about 3 times now, and I've also been doing a bit of grinding, if you haven't noticed by the Halo count. And I've been doing a bit of grinding so that I can show you guys a bunch of extra bonus content, including an optional hidden boss that I think I talked about in like the 2nd episode or something. That, you know, the episode where I said I probably wouldn't be going too far out of my way to grind or anything to get extra stuff. Yeah, I lied, I love you guys too much, so you get a bunch of bonus content after the main game is done. Hooray! In the meantime, though, what that means is that to grind, I've been doing the Chapter 7 boss Temperentia over and over again using the Gaze of Despair. And what the Gaze of Despair does is it enrages enemies, and I left that on after I was done grinding when I sat down to record. So I kept wondering, why the hell are all the enemies so aggressive and doing so much damage? I shouldn't be having any problems with these guys. And it turns out that it took me doing this about 3 times to figure out why. So this chest here is a little bit of interesting trivia associated with it. The flute that pops out, I think it's this one. It might be this or another one that's in a wall. I think this is the only one in a wall. Because of its unique position, it's the only one where the item inside the chest pops out lower than any other chest. Because if it popped out any higher, it would clip into the ceiling of the panel where it's inlaid. And they had that issue during development where they would break the chest and the item would get stuck in the ceiling. And now that the enemies aren't super enraged, they are going down. I'm slicing through them like a hot knife through butter. God damn, there is so much I want to talk about, and it's probably going to end up being a short episode because of that long cutscene. Or rather, a short episode where I have agency, let's say? So, where do I even start aside from that story of my stupidity? So we have white wicked weaves all around here, so we know that we're going to have an encounter with Jeanne at some point in this chapter, and she's actively trying to impede our progress while we get this Umbran Tear of Blood, and this small little area is absolutely laden with chests. Oh, and of course we have a diary, and this one is all about the Valkyrie that we are riding in. So this notebook talks about the Valkyrie and how, over the course of Antonio Redgrave's career as a journalist, he's never seen anything as sophisticated, as impressive, or as big as the Valkyrie. At least not as far as like military transport vehicles. And he implies that it's suspicious that such a small place like Vigrid or the Isla del Sol would have so much dangerous cargo delivered by these giant, sophisticated military planes. Also, this section reminds me a lot of Uncharted 3. Actually, this might be the first time that I've compared a section of this game to another game, and the corresponding section for that analogy I actually found a little bit more exciting. Not that... yeah... this part's fine and all. It's just, you can't really beat the freight plane in Uncharted 3. Let's see. There's a bunch of stuff I want to talk about in the cutscene. I'm trying to figure out where to start. Oh, how's this for insane attention to detail? So, you know how Bayonetta handed Cereza the pocket watch or the locket? I can't remember exactly what it is. And tied one of her ribbons from her hair around it? If you notice, that's reflected in her character model now. She has one less ribbon while she walks around from this point forward. And that glory that I just crushed has 100% fewer limbs. Now we'll move on up here. I think we have one or two more chests up here, and then we can do some backtracking to an Alfheim. And then... oh, this is one of the chapters where there's an Alfheim that I've never done before, so look forward to that. To be fair, though, what I think I'm going to start doing with the Alfheim gates is, instead of showing if it takes more than one attempt, a failed attempt, and then a successful attempt, what I think I'm going to start doing is I'm just going to cut directly to the successful attempt and just keep a running log of like how I've done during the Alfheim. And hopefully I'm not going to have to constantly go like, oh, this is attempt number 3. Oh, fuck, I failed. This is attempt number 4. That would kind of suck. Oh, right. This diary with a word that I cannot pronounce. I think it looks like Jallarhorn? I don't know. You can read. Man, my head is just, buzzing today. So this entry is actually really cool because it explains away an inconsistency that was caused by a change the developers made to a later chapter when we get to the Isla del Sol, and I'll bring that up again later. So number 1, Antonio reports that Vigrid spends as much on its military as any of the world's superpowers. And second, the building rooftops on the corners of the Isla del Sol are equipped with anti-aircraft missiles, this sophisticated defense system which is named in the title of the entry. And there's also this little line. It is said that the Viewtiful Group is undertaking some sort of next-generation energy research and thus has traded rights to this technology for added force of arms. It is not a wholly unbelievable story. In the meantime, though, we're trying to get up here to backtrack where the Alfheim gate is triggered. I wonder what's with the arbitrary triggering of Alfheim portals like that. I'm still not sure why it's region or progression based like that. Oh, during that little breather, I thought of something. I believe there was an eye patch over Cheshire's eye where her little button eye used to be. So again, really insane attention to detail. Also, it took me a really long time to come around to Luca, but when I did, that was the cutscene that helped me turn the corner. And I think a lot of that is because you've spent so much time connecting to Bayonetta's character. And in that cutscene, she's sitting there and she's hearing him out and she's understanding instead of that like snarky dismissiveness and that playful flirtiness that she does with him throughout most of the game. She's just kind of sitting there, arms crossed, and actually listening. And so as she's hearing him out, you kind of are too, by virtue of your connection to Bayonetta as a character. So, like I said, gonna be just cutting to the last attempt. This is my third attempt. Hopefully I don't have to say that 2 more times. That would suck if this took me like 14 attempts. I'm just repeating that over and over again. This is attempt number 12. This is attempt number 13. Commentary from the last one. Commentary 14. Commentary from the last one. Luckily, though, if you are hearing my voice right now, rejoice, because this will be the last one. And it's not too. This one isn't too hard. The harder of the 2 of these out-of-body Alfheims is definitely the first one, just because there's more of a learning curve, and I don't remember, but I don't think you have Durga at the time. Or if I did have Durga back then, I did not understand how to properly use it for this Alfheim. And out of any point in the game, I think Fire Durga excels here. Because it's all about space control in that 3-hit Durga fireball, the charge modifier you get after hitting with at least 3 hits in a combo, does so well to do insane amounts of damage in a small contained area. And once they converge in on that ball, that's what you want, is that high damage small area. Makes for really easy space control too. Plus, what you can do is you can just take a couple swipes at the air and leave the orb floating there, and then whenever enemies pass by, they just run into it. Oh, awesome. That attempt went pretty decently. So, like I said, gonna be a bit of a shorter episode as far as like actual commentary goes. I'll try to calm myself down a bit and collect my thoughts better for the next episode. For now, though, thanks guys for watching. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, do all the wonderful stuff that gets this out to more and more people who will enjoy it as much as you guys. So thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.